9. And so I just juggled some guys around and what I thought would be a good fit. And like I said, it's still, we're working on it. We're still, trying to figure out if this will be a good fit or not. Like I said, I need more than one game.
So we imagine that we'll see Marcelli with Austin maybe throughout the weekend here. What did you see last night? I thought it was a quiet game for Austin. What was your overall assessment of the big line?
Yeah, I think they had some good shifts where they're possessing the puck and doing some good things. But obviously it wasn't enough. We all know that. And it'll get better. I do believe that. I think some of their puck touches were not great. I go back to the puck again. I didn't think that, we were making good plays with it or executing, with our plays. So, like I said, we got to keep working on that. That's something we're going to focus on tomorrow at practice. Just making better puck plays, better decisions with it, a little more directness. I thought that there was times where we tried to make plays that they're just too difficult. We don't need to make those, and it ends up we turn the puck over. But, I think there's something there with that top line with Marcelli. Like I said, he can pass the puck. He can make plays. He made some plays last night. But I think there's just they need to find some chemistry between the three of them, a little more chemistry than they're showing right now.
Yeah, and obviously that takes a little bit of time for some guys. It looked like some of the players who have been here, Morgan Riley was fantastic for you last night, skating as well as I can recall seeing him skate. And then, so with the other guys who haven't been here so much, I don't want to say do you have lower expectations for them, but what is the process of getting Nick Waugh comfortable or Dakota Joshua? Obviously, Marcelli's getting nice opportunity here, but do you put in extra times behind the scenes with them, or how do you get them to where the other guys are at?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I just think it's time. It takes a little time to feel it, but I thought Nick Waugh's game got better as the game went along. I thought he had a real good third period. That's the Nick Waugh that we know from Vegas. I thought he was strong down the middle of the ice. His face-offs got better as the game went along. Penalty killing, closing the game out, being out there in those situations and doing what he does. He's a big, strong guy. I thought he really showed that in the third period. I thought Dakota, it'll come with Dakota. He's a straight line player. It's simple, getting pucks in and going to work and being that heavy forecheck guy. I didn't think that line got there enough for him to be as effective as he would be. They just didn't get there enough and manage the game enough properly to get there enough. So that's, we're going to work on that. And I think I thought his camp was pretty good, to be honest with you, of what he brings to our team. So I don't think it's going to be an issue with him. I just think that the whole team struggled last night with the puck, to be honest with you.
You're listening to Craig Berube, head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Justin, you touched on it. Morgan Riley, I thought that was maybe his best skating game I've seen in a couple of years, to be quite honest with you. How much of a relief or at least how happy you were to see Morgan moving so well?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I thought all camp he moved like that, so I wasn't surprised. I mean, he's skating and doing the things that we want him to do and that he needs to do. I was pretty impressed with him last night. Great to see him come out and play a real good game right off the hop, contribute offensively, and just do the things he can do. He's capable of doing, with or without the puck. And so he had a very solid game, very encouraging. But he put the work in all summer. He was prepared. Like I said, he had a real good camp. So I wasn't surprised that he went out and played the way he did.
The one area, guys got a great win last night. Obviously, not everything was perfect. As you mentioned, the power play seemed to struggle a little bit, and it's going to be a little different, I guess, the small personnel tweaks. Is that like the rest of the game where you feel it's just a directness thing is something that you want to emphasize, or is there something else you'll be looking for as you guys try to improve there?
Yeah, I thought we struggled on our entries on the power play last night. that's where the problems, in my opinion, came from. We only had two of them. We turned the puck over on one of them. They scored. The other one, we had the puck in the zone, and I thought it was just too slow moving the puck. I think, they just got to move the puck quicker. And then, obviously when you move it around, you don't want to overpass either, but you got to move it quick, and then it's got to go to the net at some point. And I didn't think that we did that, So, again, it's like a 5-on-5 game. We got to work on it, and we do work on it constantly, but we'll keep working on it, and it'll come around. But for me, it was the breakouts weren't very good on the PP last night, and ended up costing us a goal.
Another good sign for me, anyways, was Bobby McMahon. He looked like the guy that everybody was hoping would look like in the playoffs, and I know he struggled a lot at the end of last season, but he looked big, he looked strong, he looked heavy, he went to the net. To me, it's another good sign.
Yeah, and, this has been conversations with Bobby from the end of last year throughout the summer and before camp of how he needs to play, and I thought he executed that well last night. I agree with you. He was skating, challenging, D-wide with the puck, physical, got to the net, got a goal. I mean, those are the types, that's what he does for us, and that's what we need from him every night. I mean, so, again, good on him that, he took the information and he went out and executed it.
Craig, I know that coaches would say this is a good problem to have. You have a guy like Calle Yarncroc who shows up at camp and looks great camp, seems healthy, scores a goal last night. He's really good for you. There's a lot of people going, okay, well, where's Easton Cowan fit in? But Yarncroc's an experienced veteran guy for you. Does it complicate things? Obviously, it's good to have good players. Where are you at with Yarncroc, and when can we expect to see Cowan in the mix?
Yeah, I'm glad we have Yarny because I think he's a guy that, you can use in different situations. He can play with good players. He can play in your fourth line, kills penalties, checks well. He covers a lot of areas, and, he's a great person, great teammate. So we're lucky to have him, in my opinion, and I like him a lot. And Cowan, yeah, I mean, we didn't play him last night, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be in next game. Maybe he won't be, maybe he will be. But, we got to have a little patience there. But at the same time, I got to make sure that he's not out too long because he needs to play. So I got to find a way to get him in there. These are the discussions that we constantly have, myself,